favorite aspects of I love being in front of a crowd. I never like I was a huge fan growing up, obviously, as I imagine pretty much every wrestler is. And then like when you first get through the curtain for the first time, and you get into that ring, and like you really feel the audience. It's like, man, I love what I do. Like I have fun doing this for these people. And like I've done death matches, and just the adrenaline you get, it's like I'd do it any day if it means I can please somebody in the crowd, or you get that kid afterwards that's like, oh, I loved, actually for me it's usually, oh, I hated you so much. And it's just like, good, I'm glad. Like I really love that I can make an impression on somebody, because I brought in a crowd, obviously.
The young gun, yeah, a lot of fans here.
Oh, we got a fangirl. I think she
hundreds and hundreds. Would you like to come ask Rylie a question?
This has really been a treat. Yeah, it's so nice to meet all of you.
All right, excellent. Well, thank you for joining us.
Good luck.
I've never, like, I was a huge fan of obviously, as I imagine pretty much every wrestler.
Pretty girl to look at. Yeah. I was really excited to do this interview from a pretty girl.
Have any question? No. I can work the camera.
You can come in. Come sit. If you want to, I'm Rylie Jackson. Well, edit out.
Hello, I am just some guy with an iPhone and a $100 microphone. My name is John.
You got all that money. Where's my money at?
Look, I got really wasted. Every WRESTLEPALOOZA, I'm like, I'm not gonna drink.
That's a valid excuse.
I bought a lot of merch. Yeah, it was an amazing night. Rylie Jackson, how was your match?
It was my WRESTLEPALOOZA debut. I was really excited. I walked through that curtain. I was actually the first entrance to the entire night, and it was just like my emotions really got the best of me out there. And I got to beat up Angel Dorado and Devon Monroe and Warhorse. It was for the IWTV Championship. So for my WRESTLEPALOOZA debut, I got to fight for a championship. So that's always pretty cool.
Oh man, amazing! Very fitting for one of the fastest rising stars here in Minnesota. Can you take us behind your training and how you came up in
training? Well, I started at the Academy School of Professional Wrestling. I was actually in the very first class they had there, along with Airwolf, Kyle Pro, and Clark Feldman actually too. So we were all in that very first class, and I graduated 6 months after I started training, and I had my first match in September of 2017.
And how young were you then?
I was 17.
Awesome, man. Very cool. And what's been some of your favorite match, maybe that you've had?
Favorite match I've had? Well, my very first match with Mr. Anderson was because he was my trainer, so that match really meant a lot to me. Finally getting a chance to wrestle someone who I look up to, and getting to really show my own trainer, like, hey, yeah, you taught me this, but like I've learned a lot more since, you know what I mean? So that's probably one of my favorite matches I've had. And then last night, really, because that moment meant so much to me that, because I remember 3 years ago I was sitting in the crowd at WRESTLEPALOOZA, and I was like, man, I want to be there someday. And then last night, getting the opportunity, the privilege to, it really just was unreal.
Very cool, man. You're giving me chills. You make me want to. I'm calling Ken today to sign up, okay? Oh, my goodness.
I'm just trying to impress the pretty girl back there.
Very cool. I am way out of my range here. Like, we'll get you paid later, okay? I got my cash people coming in. All right. I'm not a wrestler. I don't, you'll get your money, okay? All right. Yeah, very cool to wrestle Ken Anderson. He's done programs with.
You don't get to call him Ken. You have to call him Mr. Anderson. You don't have that vibe with him yet. So.
All right, Mr. Anderson. Mr. Anderson. It was very cool that he's done programs with like the likes of the Undertaker and Sting. In his career, that he was one of those people that could have been the guy. If things would have shaken down differently. But cool to see. To test your skills to see how really good you are.
He's been awesome to me, too. He's gotten me a lot of he got me booked in Orlando for the first time. Now I have a good relationship with them, so I go down there every couple months. So, and then cool. He got me hooked up in England when I went there for the first time. So he's done a lot for me, and I'm very grateful for him.
Awesome, man. England, what was that like?
It was crazy. I wrestled Monday. No, sorry. I wrestled every day. The only days we had off were Fridays and Mondays.
How long were you over there?
I was over there for a month, and then I'm going back in February.
Beautiful. And what would you say were like the biggest difference in the wrestling culture between America and England?
It was when I worked for the Knights, so Paige's family, if you know them.
Okay.
I wrestled for them, and it was a very slower. Like I got to really improve on my chain wrestling, which was really cool, and the crowds were awesome. Like the easiest stuff you could think of, and they'd bite for it, and it was just a really great learning experience. Plus, I think I got better in the ring from wrestling every single day, sometimes twice a day. So I had 30 matches in the month I was there.
Awesome, and get a lot of experience in front of a different crowd. That's
Right.
A lot of people say
International
that's
experience.
working in front of different crowds. It seems like the England fans, they're like me. They like to have fun at wrestling, and like some people don't know how to react to that over here in America.
Plus, I got to add a flag to my bio on Instagram, and that always helps.
Awesome. Be in the PWI 500 in no time, I'm sure.
I sure hope so.
We should just make our own
I
list.
should be the number
Forget.
one already. If I had my way, I'd be the number one already, but
You got my vote.
I'm not one of the dirt sheet guys.
Maybe we'll just make our own list, you know?
You suck, Rylie!
Now, last night, we seen you get kind of. Do you have some sort of problem with Devin Monroe?
Devin, have you seen anybody else get as much hype as he gets at such a? I mean, he's been around for what? A year, and he just gets all the hype. And I've been around for 3 years now, and I'm just now starting to get that little leverage under me. So I just kind of have an issue with how quick he's, been getting all that hype and how everybody's talking about him and not talking about me enough.
Understandable. I sense a little bit of
But then
jealous.
again, I don't get jealous.
A little bit.
I don't get jealous.
Okay.
No.
I told you,
He
I'm
weighs
not
like
a wrestler.
150 pounds. Why would I be jealous?
All right, fair enough. And now, what are some of your favorite aspects of pro wrestling?
Favorite aspects of I love being in front of a crowd. I never like. I was a huge fan growing up, obviously, as I imagine pretty much every wrestler is. And then, like, when you first get through the curtain for the first time, you get into that ring, and, like, you really feel the audience. It's like, man, I love what I do. Like, I have fun doing this for these people. And, like, I've done death matches, and just the adrenaline you get, it's like, I'd do it any day if it means I can please somebody in the crowd. Or you get that kid afterwards that's like, oh, I loved. Actually, for me, it's usually, oh, I hated you so much. And it's just like, good, I'm glad. Like, I really love that I can make an impression on somebody.
Cool, man. Get that reaction out of somebody. Make an impact. Very cool, Rylie. Thank you. Where can fans keep up with you?
Follow me on social media at TheYoungGunRJ or on Instagram at Rylie_Jackson_YG. That's with an RYLIE.
Excellent. Now, I thank you for joining us. I promise, not fingers crossed. I promise that you'll get your money, okay? Handshake on it. We'll at least get you some hot. I got some hot dogs thawing out in the sink, okay?
I'm gonna handshake. We got the handshake.
All right. Excellent. Does anybody here from the audience today? Would they like to ask a question, maybe?
I brought in a crowd, obviously.
The Young Gun. Yeah, a lot of fans here.
Oh, we got a fangirl. I think she has
Hundreds and hundreds.
questions.
Would you like to come ask Rylie a question?
Rylie, what's the best song for cardio?
Best song for cardio. Well, you need a couple songs. Like, I can't just one song. That's like the average song is what, 3 to 4 minutes, right?
Yeah, Yes.
So I'd probably need anything by Eminem.
Okay.
I'm a big Eminem fan. That music really motivates me.
Respectable. What's your favorite thing about being strong?
Favorite thing about being strong? Well, I can bench about 250, so I mean, and then I curl.
I think that's all y'all needed for me. Thank
That's
you,
all?
Rylie.
Very cool. Would
He's
you like
strong.
to plug yourself and who you are?
I would not, but this has really been a treat. Yeah, it's so nice to meet all of you.
All right, excellent. Well, thank you for joining
Good
us.
luck.
I've never, like, I was a huge fan of obviously. I imagine pretty much every wrestler is.
This is usually my spot. I'll come back when you're done.
Sorry for getting your space off for this interview. Come on, Rylie Jackson, the young guy.
I don't have the pretty girl to look at. I was really excited for this interview from a pretty girl.
He's like one of the main stars of WrestlePalooza tonight. He's going to be wrestling.
What do I want to do now? No, I don't think you should miss it. There you go. See? Now I'm ready for the interview.
Do you want to ask him a couple questions at the end?
Oh, she's gonna ask me.
let me watch him later.
Okay.
Any question? No. I can work the camera.
You can come in. Come sit.
If you want to.
I'm Rylie Jackson. Annabelle.
You want to take this microphone? Keep it about 12 inches. Like here. All right. Excellent. We do that. All right, there you go.
Best song for cardio.
I thought you were staying here or something. We are.
This is Rylie Jackson. You're tuned in to State of Pro Wrestling. Follow me on social media at the Young Gun RJ. Thank you very much.
Good to meet you. You make me want to. I'm calling Ken today to sign up. Okay? Oh my goodness.
I'm just trying to impress the pretty girl.
I am way out of my range here. We'll get you paid later, okay? I got my cash. Hear from the audience today. Would they like to ask a question, maybe?
I brought it.
The young guy. Yeah, a lot of fans here.
We just got fangirls over here.
Would you like to come ask Rylie a question?
Do I come with the selfie stick?
No.
Okay.
I can work the camera.
You can come. Yes, come sit. I'm Rylie Jackson.
You're Rylie Jackson.
12 inch.
Yeah. I can ask you. We got the question. My first question is what's the best part of the cardio?
Best.
We do it.
We're going again.
There you go.
Best song for cardio.
Best song for cardio. Well, you need a couple songs. Right? You can't just one song. It's like the average song is what?
What's your favorite thing about being strong?
Favorite thing about being strong? Well, I can bench about 250. So I mean, and then I curl.
I think that's all y'all needed.
That's all? That's all?
Very cool. Would you like to plug yourself and who you are?
I would not, but this
All right.
has really been a treat. Yeah, it's so nice to meet all of you.
Right.
My name is Brian Pillman Jr., and you are watching the State of Pro Wrestling.
I'm Desmond Xavier,
Zachary Wentz.
Trey Miguel.
and together we are The Rascals.
And you're watching.
You're listening.
No, you're listening.
You're listening.
What are we?
Camera right there.
The state of the what?
The wrestling state of wrestling.
The
Press the.
state of pro wrestling. Is it a podcast? What is it? Shoot interviews. Shoot.
Hello.
You're watching that.
This is Darby Allen.
And Hell's favorite harlot, Priscilla Kelly.
Check out State of Pro Wrestling.
Red light on, baby. Old Master here. Checking this State of Pro Wrestling. It's Master approved, big dog. Check that out right now. 10 out of 10 stars on that. What's that, Meltzer? Fuck Meltzer, baby. Old Master approved, big dog. Whoo.